Well, good morning and greetings all. We are coming at you from the van here. As you can see, we are moving out of camp. Today is my day off as a campground host, and it's been a while since I've been into town to resupply, so I'm going to do that. The last few times I've done it on my motorcycle, but I believe this is probably going to be my last resupply run of the season. So I'm bringing the van in to really stock up. It should get me through the month of September. Away we go. So I'm about 45 miles out of the town of Meeker, but it is a long, windy mountain road. The speed limit most of the way is 25 to 35 miles an hour. And then when you get on the pavement, it does bump up a little bit, but it's pretty slow going. This is actually a very good gravel road. It just has low speed limits. You can fly down this 50 if you wanted and keep it in very good condition. So anyway, I'm going to sit back and enjoy the ride. It is supposed to be a beautiful day today. I hate to do resupplies when it's such a nice day, but got to get it done. See you, camp. I'll be back in a little bit. Check out this spot down here. This is the Rio Blanco Ranch. It's right next to the campground. So this is all private land. This is owned by Michael Bloomberg. He bought this a while back. I don't know how many thousands of acres it is. I'm pretty sure it's at least 1,000 because it's this whole valley, just down this whole valley is all owned by that ranch. That spot though on the lake, those cabins. As we drop down a couple thousand feet here, the terrain changes a little bit. It's more of that high desert red rock. Start to see more junipers and pinyon pines. Okay, so we made it to downtown Meeker. That takes me about an hour and 20 minutes. I just try to take my time, make sure I don't hit any deer or anything on the way down. So I'll give you a glimpse of downtown Meeker. I am standing right next to the courthouse, and the wind really picked up. So a few hours have passed. I have got all my chores done. I did all my laundry, did shopping. So I thought I'd give you a look around. This is the old main street here. That is the old Meeker Hotel, the Meeker Cafe right next to it. Kind of a historic hotel. All the old brick buildings. Really cute, quaint little town. There's not much to it. I've also had the benefit of using a P.O. box. The company that I'm working for has a P.O. box here in town, and they got my name on the list, so I've been able to utilize that. My registration for all my van and motorcycle and trailer are all up, so I was able to have that sent here. Not have to do general delivery, which is nice. It's kind of cool. They just have little shaded tables on the corner of the street here. Nice big grassy area here in front of the courthouse. But there also is a city park. We'll go take a drive down there. It is right on the White River. And you can actually camp there. We'll go check it out. Okay, so here we are at the Meeker Town Park. And again, pardon the wind. It is just got really windy. So the town park sits right. So the town park sits right on the White River. I have trouble saying that. I have to say it really slow. Come on down here and do some fishing. And you can actually camp here at the park as well. We'll go check out what it costs. So all these parking spots right here are RV spots. You can park here for $25 a night and you get electrical hookups. Or you can go across the way, across the bridge over the river, and there's other tent spots, and we'll go check what the price is on those. Here's what it says up here. Yeah, 7-day limit, $25 per day. Meeker really is a nice little town. Here's some of the houses on the other side of the street of the park. Just very nice and quaint, and this park is kept up so well. The pride of Meeker. Nice horseshoe pits here. And again, the river is just right there. Nice little access spot. Come on down here, do some fly fishing. I would do that today, but I'm already running behind. I've got a few more things I need to do, and I really need to get back to camp. But this is really a beautiful park. Let's go see what the tent spots are. Looks like they have water and a dump station here as well. I don't see a fee on the dump station, so that's nice. Okay, and then you can actually drive over the bridge here. We're driving over the White River. And there is a little kind of fishing pond lake here as well. Van's beeping at me. And then it looks like they've got some tent pads here in the parking area for those tent spots. Let's go see what they cost. And technically, if you're a van dweller, you could probably just park over here for the cheaper price and just sleep in your vehicle. Let's go see. Okay, so over on this side of the river, they have the tent camping, and it is $12 per day. And same 7-day limit. Nice area here. You are right on the water. So yeah, like I said, you could, utilize this as your camp. Probably don't even have to pitch a tent. Just sleep in your van over here if you wanted to go that route. Or Meeker's such a small town, I think you could probably get away with just parking on any street in town, but isn't that pretty? So yeah, if this was one of your spots here, it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tent pads over here. Each has a table and grill. And you're right on the river. They do have it fenced off from this side. So it looks like for fishing you either need to go to the other side or just down here. There's river access for fishing. So pretty cool for 12 bucks a night. And then you've got the park flush toilets over here. Shower in town at the hotel or rec center for $7. Nice little stopover town. I'm sure there's still plenty of trout in this river here. Some of the local popular lakes. I'm at Trappers, 40 miles southeast. I still haven't got a cutthroat yet. Maybe by the end of the season. There are these yellow footprints all over town. And there's the Meeker laundromat. That's where I do my laundry. It's a little expensive. It's just a little hole in the wall place, but it's the only one in town. And it's $4.50 for a small top loader, $1.50 to dry. But gotta do it. There is one other option, but it's kind of a hack. I'll show it to you. So this is a good place to get a shower in town. Elk Mountain Inn, it's $7 for a shower. They do have a little laundry room here in the middle as well. So if you pay for a shower, you could ask them if you could do a load of laundry, because it's only $1.50 for a top load instead of $4.50 right across the street. They do have a visitor center here, Chamber of Commerce, this old log cabin. Get any information you need about the surrounding wilderness. And just behind the courthouse and that is the White River Museum. These old log buildings. Seems like the museum is closed right now, but they do have this back area open. Looks like they've got some old farm equipment. I'll have to come down here sometime when it's open. And this one on the end here is marked as private residence. Cool place to live. And more of the yellow footsteps. They go all around town. It's funny. They do have the Smoking River Brewery in town. They don't open till about 5 p.m. And I went by there once on a Friday evening and it looked like everybody in town was there. Okay, and this is the market in town, the Watts Ranch Market. We'll take a step inside. It's pretty expensive. They have a decent selection. It's just the prices are really high. Right in town is the BLM and Forest Service office. If you need to stop in and get any information, maps and all that, this is the place. It's right in town. A lot of wilderness around here to check out. Gas here in town is about $3.59 a gallon. This is the place here, Clark's. That's this burger joint in town. Clark's been around quite a while. Ate there, it's pretty good, nothing special. You're driving through Meeker, you gotta slow it down. Goes from highway speeds down to 25, 35. They just pull people over left and right all day in this town. Pump those brakes. I also wanted to mention on the north end of town in Meeker, there's also a medical center, emergency center. Pretty decent size for a small town. It looks fairly new. Okay, all my chores are done. It is time to get back to the campground. From Meeker, I got about an hour and 20-minute drive. Got one stop in between that's been a huge help to making all this a little bit more sustainable, so we'll show you that on the way back. Okay, so about 13 miles just before I get back to my campground is another campground that's a part of our district. I call this the headquarters camp. This is where the district manager is camped. Of course, they have their own host here as well, and our maintenance guys camped here also. So this campground actually has electricity, and they have hookups at some of the sites. So I call this kind of like base camp. They have a couple sheds that has a lot of the equipment and stuff and supplies that I'll use at my campground, but also in one of those sheds they have a full-size refrigerator freezer. So what I've been doing is storing extra food in there so I don't have to drive all the way back into town. So I'll buy extra meats and that, frozen fruits, and put it in the freezer here. That way when I run out at my little fridge in the van, I can ride my motorcycle down just 13 miles here to pick up the stuff I have stored instead of going all the way into town to shop again. To the Bat Cave. So when you make the turn off the main gravel road, the county road, to the road that my camp's on, it's another 4.5 miles up, and that's where the no off-roading starts. That's why it's so peaceful up my way. And this road often seems like the longest 4.5 miles I drive. Just anticipation of getting back to camp. It's always a long day when I resupply. Down we go. Campground's down this little valley here next to the creek. This is one of my favorite views right here. I usually walk up here in the evening as the sun's setting. And here we are, home sweet home. Oh, it feels good to be back. It was a long day out. And again, I think that might have been my last resupply trip into town. Let's get her parked. Feel like home again. All right, this is the spot. Time for dinner. A nice rainbow. Look at that. Spinnerbait. Okay, so after all that shopping and resupplying, what am I going to have for dinner tonight? I'm going to have fish that I caught. Caught a couple trout, so it's time to get those things cooked up. All right, it's time to get a couple of these fish on. I'm just going to wrap them in foil, butter, and seasoning. Put them on the grill. Got a little brook trout here, a rainbow. These brook trout, there's actually 3 lakes in this area where there is no possession limit, and they actually don't even want you to throw them back. Okay, so we got it seasoned up. I'm using this lemon pepper seasoning, bunch of butter, top it off with some sliced jalapeno, onion, a little more butter. Let's wrap it up. Alright, that was sitting on the grill for about 20 minutes. Flipped it once halfway through. See what we're looking at. Smells good. Ooh, I think that onion and pepper was a good idea. Look at that. Boom. It just comes right out. Okay, let's taste it. Oh yeah. Dang, that's good. Well, I've eaten my fair share of trout this summer. It's actually been really nice. Not bad. Not bad at all. This is awesome. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Appreciate y'all hanging out in this one. Hope you enjoyed the little tour of Meeker, Colorado. Life back at the campground here. We'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.